Hey guys, welcome back to Impractical Gaming, and I just watched the Square Enix press conference for E3 2018, and it's pretty much what I expected from Square Enix this year, except for the fact we didn't get any news on a Final Fantasy VII remake, which is quite disappointing, but we did get quite a lot of other news that is also quite exciting as well. So you know what? I'm not disappointed. fairly I'm satisfied. I'm fairly satisfied with what I've got to see from Square Enix this year. Okay, they kicked us off with some gameplay of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is what I've been pining for ever since I saw it in the Xbox press conference. And it does look good. It does look inviting. It looks this jungle environment that you get to play in looks really exciting. But it does give me the same kind of feel just by looking at it. It kind of feels like The Last of Us because like you have to sneak around to get attacks. You get more points for being able to sneak up on people, and you get this opportunity to be able to like see where people are around corners, like Joel used to be able to do with his like super hearing kind of thing. It kind of reminds me of that, and also the crafting a bit mechanic that they kind of teased when Lara Croft picks up the ball. You have the opportunity to make a Molotov, which is very, very similar to what Joel could do in The Last of Us. So that's quite interesting. So at least I'll be able to get the hang of it, and it's coming out very soon. It's coming out in September, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted to get it because if it's like The Last of Us, at least the gameplay wise, I can pick it up pretty quickly, and I know for a fact that I would definitely enjoy it. They then went to talk about some Final Fantasy XIV news, which was quite a shock part of it because, I mean, they started off by introducing a new patch to Final Fantasy XIV, which is the norm nowadays. Games that have been going out for a while, they keep patching them, adding new DLCs, which is fine. They're still doing it with Final Fantasy 15 with like the different stories for each of the characters. Now, I haven't actually played Final Fantasy XIV, so I'm not too interested in that. But what I was interested in was the crossover between Final Fantasy XIV and Monster Hunter World, and that interests me. It really, really does. So I'm not sure if they're going to do Final Fantasy XIV skins in Monster Hunter, or if they're going to introduce Monster Hunter monsters into Final Fantasy as like quests, like you have to find Anjanath or something like that. And that'd be interesting. It would be a very bold choice by Square Enix and by Capcom as well to kind of cross over the two games like that, because I wouldn't have thought that that crossover would be happening, but it is happening, and it looks pretty insane, and I can't wait for that. We also got to see a bit more of Captain Spirit. They already talked about it in the Xbox press conference, but we only saw a trailer. We didn't actually get to know a bit more about what Captain Spirit is about and how it relates to Life is Strange. And they did tell us that this is a free game, 100% free, which I did not know, which is pretty exciting. So I get to play that no extra cost, which is fun. And it's also a part of the Life is Strange mode. Well, I originally thought it was just using the engine that was from the creators of Life is Strange, but apparently in some way, shape or form, the stories intertwine. So maybe somewhere in the city, you'll see people like Chloe, but at the same time, you also see the main character for Captain Spirit, which is interesting. It would be really cool if they had like a DLC that kind of mixed the two and like kind of crossed over the paths of like their different storylines and stuff like that, which would be pretty insane. It would also be really weird because Captain Spirit seems, for lack of a better word, more childish than Life is Strange, whereas Life is Strange got very serious at times, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to work, but it does look pretty cool, and I cannot. Now, of course, there's going to be Dragon Quest news. Now, I'm ashamed to say that I haven't played Dragon Quest. Not even a single one. I am very, very, very ashamed of that. I should have played it. I know. Don't roast me in the comments. I will get to play it at some point. There are a lot of games in my backlog right now. But it does look interesting. It does look fun. The main character looks like Trunks as well for some reason. And I always like a good RPG. I always like a good JRPG. So I'm open to anything. So I will try it at some point. I'm not too interested in that news right now. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that would get like excited about it. I'm just not one of them because I haven't played it yet. I'm sure if I played it, I would get excited, but what are you gonna do? We then saw a bit of Nier Automata Become as Gods Edition coming to Xbox One. Now, I've yet to play the Nier Automata on the PS4, so I'm hoping that this edition also becomes available on the PS4 because I want to play it and it looks pretty cool. And Nier Automata, I have heard good reviews about it, so I'm very excited about that. And they then went on to talk about Octopath Traveler, which we did see last year, and it looks really cool. It's like this 2D pixel art kind of like RPG, so you get to play as like a hunter, like a traveler, as it's like these 7 different classes, which looks really, really cool. It's definitely my kind of thing. So I would definitely give it a go when it's coming out, which I believe is in July, which is very, very soon, literally next month. So I will definitely give it a look because I do love myself a good RPG. Now onto some of the news that I was more excited for. We saw more of Just Cause 4. We saw it leaked a bit yesterday, but now we know exactly what Rico is taking on in his new adventure. He will be taking on bad guys in Solace against Gabriella, who is the queenpin of this private militia group called, I believe, the Black Hand. Yes, I did write that down. We also got to see more of the grappling. We also got to see more of the grapple, which is a big, big staple of Just Cause 3. And it does have more tethers than it did before, because that was quite limiting factor of the grapple in Just Cause 3. But now we get to see up to 2, 3, 4 tethers, which completely changes how we attack our enemies and how we set up traps. And you could also attach them to booster rockets to give yourself a little lift. Basically, you could probably attach them to cars, I'd imagine, and like put booster rockets on top and just ride that through the air for I don't know how long, but it's definitely something I'm going to try because that is definitely part of the things I just want to fuck about with in Just Cause 4, and I cannot wait. And it's coming very soon. It's coming in the holiday season, which I wasn't expecting for them to do it that soon, but you know what? The sooner it is, the better. They've clearly been working on it for a while, and it's been quite a bit since the last Just Cause game, so I'm ready. I'm definitely ready for Just Cause 4. Now on to news that I've been waiting for, which is Kingdom Hearts 3. We did see a lot of it in E3 already. They've kind of leaked at quite a lot of the press conferences already. And even before E3, they leaked quite a bit about what's going to happen in Kingdom Hearts 3. But in this trailer, we did see more. I missed the fact that there was Ratatouille as a world. I definitely missed the fact in that, even though that was in the last trailer. But one of the things that interested me the most was Riku returning with Mickey, so we see that we can use them as characters possibly early on in the game. Hopefully not too late on, because I want to play as Riku and Mickey. And obviously we did see Dark Aqua before in yesterday's Xbox KH3 reveal. And I still don't know exactly what's happening with that, because it's clear that Aqua has either fallen to the dark side, has fallen into the shadows like Riku did at one point, or she's just mad at Mickey, I don't know, for leaving him, or for the fact that he couldn't be able to save her friends, which is understandable because it was quite a big fuck up from everyone, to be fair, and Aqua was just left all alone. But it's interesting. It adds another layer to the story, which I cannot wait, because I'm constantly leaving guesses. It's clear that a lot of it surrounds around darkness and the fact that we're trying to return Roxas, which is odd because it seems like Sora wants to get Roxas back. But it seems like that's also Organization 13's goal as well. So I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to do in this situation. Do we leave Roxas? Or do we try and fight Organization 13 and forget about Roxas? Because it's clear that we're trying to get him back. They're trying to digitize Twilight Town back again, which is interesting. I don't know exactly how they're going to do that, but Ansem the Wise probably has something to do with it, and so that's probably some way of bringing it back. And at the very end, which really shocked me, was the fact that Axel was with Kyrie for literally a brief second, a very brief second. He just pans out, you see Axel with Kyrie overlooking a cliff, and then trail over. And I was just like, what the fuck? That is weird. That is something I need to know more about. They're leaving me on a cliffhanger. We're probably not going to get another trailer until the release of the game. So they've definitely left me on my toes. They've definitely left me on my toes, and I cannot wait to see what happens. I'm really, really buzzing for January 29th of 2019. And that's it for Square Enix's E3 press conference. I was moderately satisfied, I'd say. Because of Just Cause 4, because of Kingdom Hearts 3. Unfortunately, there was no Final Fantasy VII Remake. I have no idea when they plan to release more news about that. But I'm waiting, Square Enix. I'm really waiting, and I don't. This probably wouldn't even see it at next year's E3 because they've been teasing it for ages. They showed us last year that it could happen. Literally said nothing about it. Had a trailer about it, but that was about it. And I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen for quite a while. But we still have Kingdom Hearts 3 to look forward to. We still have Just Cause 4 to look forward to. We have Octopath Traveler to look forward to. Dragon Quest and Captain Spirit. We have a lot of games from Square Enix that will tide us over until Final Fantasy VII, the remake, comes about. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you keep up to date with all of my latest videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.